Hey girls, gather round. Listen to what I'm putting down. I know I really can. If you're broken heart. One thing led to another. I was doing what Sanford and Son, and then we did the spinoff Grady. He got his own show. I played his grandson. Only went for like 10 weeks and got canceled. And Whitman Mayo came up to me and said, "Hey, look, I want you to go back to New York and read for this thing. New series. It's right for you. You need to go read for this." And I'm like, okay. And he's like, "It's Cooley High, the movie." The TV series. I'm like, what? Because Cooley High is like one of my favorite films. I'm like, oh, yeah. So we fly in, go in, $100,000 pyramid in a theater is where the game show was shot. But it was like a sea of people auditioning. I got to see Mabel King, Mama, auditioning in Shirley's role. I got to see Danielle Spencer auditioning in the D role from the movie. Then I got up to do the Pooter part, did my Pooter part. After I came back down, he went, "That was it, you got it. You fly back out this week." I'm like, yo, I just got home. Went back, and then we started reading for Grady, but of course with all the legality behind the name change. Eric Monty, the whole bit, the battles, without us knowing why, they said, "We need to change the name of the show. What's hot? What's new? What's hip? What's happening?" That's hip. They said, we like that. Then they had us rename all our characters, and then we began doing the very first show. Yeah. For the younger ones, meaning Danielle and I, there was no issue. We had mothers who managed our egos for us. And didn't play. Trust me. My mom, Maxine Nelson, she had been my momager from back when I was 5. So, she was with Kathy Dowd, the Irish manager in New York. She came through the 60s with me in 70s. So there was no, I wasn't crossing her really. The older ones, Shirley was very disciplined. I love what Shirley Hemphill did. I mean, she showed up for the show. She was green. She used her money well. She went out on the weekends and did stand up. So she was tripling her income. And then coming in and then buying homes and hotels. Fred and Ernie, they were young, but not young. They were 20s, late 20s, and they partied. It's the 70s. They were part of that whole scene. Fred, not really so much at first. Ernie was living a lifestyle because he lived in Malibu. Yeah, that was the party house. And that's all I have to say about that. The bloopers that none of us have seen yet, that if they ever release them, your life will be changed. Because she taunted us. We would tell jokes. And these jokes was not very funny, man. Especially me, she just waited for me to tell a joke, or Ernie. Ernest Thomas would tell a joke and they might not laugh, the audience. Now we rehearsed it with the laughter. We know it's supposed to be a laugh here, so you pause. And he would pause and it was like silence. And she would just sit there with her head down going, "Crickets." It's been a tough week, I'll tell you that much. That was a very tough text message I got from her mother. My wife and I were out of town traveling, bouncing around. We come back in, we get in the house, we just put the bags down, and I just happened to look at my phone and saw the text, and I threw my phone across the room. Of course, we talk to Danielle all the time, very close to Danielle. Yes, we knew Danielle was sick. Yes, we were a part of that with her, trying to help her through it, because we travel to military bases also. We do a lot of appearances there. So we took her with us a couple times, and she was, tough. It's tough for her to, you got to get in an SUV, out of SUV. It's hard. It's fatiguing on her, but you never want her to complain. Not once. To get the call that she was gone was a bit of a shock, because we didn't know that we knew she was struggling with it. And she's going through treatments and all, but we didn't know she was critical. Yes, when it comes to Danielle, I have my thoughts about it, because I think she was one of the funniest child stars out there. And therefore, she should have had a great segue into a whole lot of other things because she was phenomenal.
Yeah.
Me, I was typecasted as Dwayne and happy to be. You know what I'm saying? Because it's like, that means I put the footprint down. But then Danielle and I both shared something. We both wanted to go to school. We both wanted to pursue our other interests. You know, acting is phenomenal. And I think you really should have both feet in it if you're going to do it and knock it out. But I had other interests from a technological standpoint, from a business standpoint. And Danielle has always been a veterinarian, even as a child. You know, we had to go that route and do those things. So therefore, we didn't do the things that the industry requires.
This Behind the Roll moment is presented by Hypers Club. Watch the full episode by becoming a member at hypersclub.com.